So on today's video, we decided to leave Texas in the rearview mirror and head to Branson, Missouri. This is the Fall Creek Marina in Branson. My wife's family owns a condo right here on the water, and they were nice enough to let us stay here for my son's 5th birthday this weekend. While we were here, we decided we were going to try and see if we can catch some rainbow trout. I already was super pumped as soon as we got to the condo because the first thing I did was drop all my bags and go straight to the bay window, and that's when I found this guy on the dock. He already had a fish on as soon as we got here, so I was super pumped because I knew that my chances of catching a rainbow trout right here at this marina were already super high. So it just made me more excited and more eager to go get out on the water and see if I can get a rod in the water and see if I can catch me a fish. So to give you a breakdown, this is Lake Taneycomo. This is where all of the water is fed from. This red star right here is Fall Creek Marina where we will be fishing at. But the super cool thing about this is at Branson Landing, there's a Bass Pro Shop. At that Bass Pro Shop, they have all the supplies that you need. But the other cool factor is Lake Taneycomo is best known for its trout fishing. So let's head to Bass Pro Shop and get our supplies. Who knew that trout fishing could be this intimidating? I mean, there are so many options to choose from that it was hard to pick out exactly what we needed, but luckily I had some help from some local guys at the marina before we went, so I could find what I needed. My son and I had to stop at the big tank so we could make sure that there was enough room for the monster rainbow trout that we were going to catch. That way the Bass Pro Shop could keep it in the tank. And then, of course, it is my son's 5th birthday, so he spotted this Monster Jam fishing pole, and we had to buy it for him. All right, so we made it to the marina. We're at the dock. We're at the lake. So what do we get from Bass Pro Shop? I'm going to tell you clearly this sick hoodie because my wife picked it out, and she showed it to me, and I absolutely loved it, so I had to buy it, so I did. On top of that, we got our bare basic necessities. We got our trout bait. This is what they call a dough bait, not doe the deer. This is like a paste, like a dough. So this is a peach colored with glitter. So the reason why I went with this one is because the locals in this area told me that in this particular spot at this marina, this is what everybody uses and catches the most trout on it. So plus last year we used this and did pretty good as well. The other thing that we ended up getting while we were there is this bad boy right here. We got a package of size 10 salmon egg hooks. They're super small. We also picked up some 4-pound test. Now the reason we went with that light is because, like I said, trout are super smart. So if they see anything that they don't like, they're just going to turn away from it. So we're trying to make it, blend in to as much as Mother Nature as possible. That way they can't see it. Because the thing is, if you're a real thick line or something that's not super clear, they're going to see that line and they're going to completely avoid it at all costs. So let me get it rigged up and I'll show you what the process is. All right, so we got our setup done. So I did forget to mention earlier that we're gonna be using some slip weights on the line. We're gonna have something there to weight this bait in place. So usually you only use one, but I've got 3 on here right now because this river is pretty steady. And so the bait's just gonna run downstream and then float to the top because trout bait floats. So we don't want that. So we're trying to keep this down as close to the bottom as possible and stationary as possible. So like I said, we run about 15 inches of line down to our hook. And then you can see it's covering that dough paste. I need to redo that because you see that spot right at the top? That's that hook. If they see that, they will not come in contact with it. So, but that's basic setup. Just put enough paste on there to cover the hook. Go ahead and put your slip weights about 15 inches up. Throw it right out in the middle. And then it's just a waiting game at that point. So I'm just going to show you. This is the problem right now. So you see that buoy right there? The current is moving super fast. So in order to keep that bait at the bottom and in one spot, you have to put a bunch of weight on there. But there's no guarantee that the current's not going to be strong enough to carry it all the way out. So that's what we're fighting at this very moment. So we're going to try and fish closer to the rock shore to see if we might catch some stragglers in the calm water versus that mess.
$2,000 later.
Well, night number 1 was not a success. So we started late. It is kind of cold. The current is really moving, so that makes it very difficult. But wife just texted me, said she's got dinner plans here in Branson, so I'm gonna load up and go meet her, and we're gonna grab a bite to eat and probably try again for day 2 tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. So we made it back out to the marina. It is the next day, day 2. We're gonna get our rod and our bait in the water. It's a waiting game again, but we are on a mission. We're gonna catch the rainbow trout for you. We didn't drive all the way from Texas for no reason. So we're gonna bait up, get in the water, and sit, because apparently that's what you do when you trout fish.
Over there, I used to do handyman work for them before one of them died, and they've got a video of a 3-foot long trout hanging out right there behind their dock. I've got it on my other phone, and I'm not exaggerating. That thing's every bit of 36 inches long.
3-foot trout.
I've seen them. I've never caught one, but I've seen them that big out here.
Wow.
Well, it's the post office every day. Hold on for a second. You got one?
That's a pretty big one. I don't have.
Hold on. Let me get you a net.
Huge shout out to this local, because he was on a phone call, literally got off the phone to go locate me a net to ensure that we landed this fish.
Pull your rod straight up, and it'll come right in here. Wow. Nice job. Here, let's leave this right here.
It's a beautiful fish. Mission accomplished. We caught the rainbow trout. The drive was not for no reason. So it's a beautiful fish. It was an amazing catch. And now I know why people have so much fun doing this. So rainbow trout. All right, so we made it back to Texas. We're home. We're in the Lone Star State. We are where we belong. I'm going to say the trip to Branson was an absolute success. Number 1, we did catch rainbow trout. Number 2, I got to spend some quality time with my family. And number 3, I got to fish with my son, which is my all-time favorite thing to do. So we stayed in a beautiful place right there on the lake. It was awesome. We had some great memories that were made. And like I said, I got to fish with my son, which is my all-time favorite thing to do in the world anyways, just spending time with him, especially in the outdoors. So it was definitely a success. We loved every minute of it. And if you like this video, you love this content, and you want to support me and continue to grow this channel to what I want to achieve in the future, go ahead and like this video, leave a comment what you want to see next, and subscribe. This is a new channel. It's also on a TikTok platform, CN Outdoors, on both platforms. It's live. Buckle up, stay tuned, because this is just the beginning, and I hope you enjoy it.